if this can work in DC, he's going to take the model to other sanctuary cities like New York, like Los Angeles, like Chicago, where crime is a real problem. And he has stripped the District of Columbia, DC, its status as a sanctuary city. And that's the first step. You can watch breaking news coverage of the exact same event, and depending on which channel you're watching, it is completely different coverage. It is unbelievable. And you have to be savvy enough to weigh the two and to be willing to change channels. Because when you're listening to something that you want to hear, it's difficult to change the channel and get another point of view. So if our president could somehow gather forces from both sides of the aisle to come together, much the way that George W. Bush did after 9/11, if you could somehow call on both sides to plea for calm, rational solutions. And the irony of that is Charlie Kirk was the master of debate. Debate is what is called for, not violence. I also interviewed Jane Fonda several times over the years, and she and Redford co-starred in 5 pictures together between 1960 and 2017. And she said of Redford that he was a beautiful person in every way. And indeed he was. Men liked him, women liked him. He defied age. Every generation, every audience goer in a cinema wanted to see a Redford picture.
You know what, Nelson Aspen, all the men wanted to be like him and all the women wanted to, well, you can guess the rest. Nelson Aspen, always a delight to have your company, and thank you for sharing your personal experiences. Thank you very much for joining us, as ever.
And did you see anything in the early days?
No, not in the early days. And quite frankly, I've interviewed them several times over the years since their wedding day. And they are so lovey-dovey. They are so demonstrative. They're constantly showing off their love. And so now only in hindsight can we say, maybe they were overdoing it. Maybe that was for effect. But, you know, we're a hungry audience for that kind of a love story, and we bought it. And we certainly, after what she went through in her split, very notable split from Tom Cruise, and then a high-profile on-again, off-again with Lenny Kravitz. After 2 decades, it seemed like this one would finally have staying power. Alas, it's Hollywood. That's showbiz. She is the hardest working and most successful female musician probably in history. Forbes just estimated her personal net worth at $1.6 billion. This was highly anticipated, especially in light of her recent engagement. So people wanted to see how much of her personal life she put into the music. And it's a new side of Taylor, and unquestionably the raunchiest side. And globally, Swifties ranging from schoolgirls to seniors were clamoring like a perverted version of Beatlemania. They were lining up and down the streets of all the cities all around the world.
Nelson, should we give Nepo babies a chance?
I absolutely think so, and any supportive parent should encourage that. I'm the son of a doctor, and I guarantee you if Nelson Sr. had thought I could be a physician as opposed to an entertainment journalist, he would have done anything in his power to promote that. And I'm telling you, if Brooklyn or Romeo or Cruz or Harper Beckham has a problem with being perceived as a Nepo baby, all they need to do is change their surname. However, I would point out that you have a great many success cases, and Angelina Jolie.